guys, it's Celeste here. So I had a thought. Well, okay, so this has been something that's been kind of going on in my mind for a couple days. That, for about 5 years now, I've been learning as much as I can about personal growth and spiritual growth and all that stuff. And of course, part of that always leads to the law of attraction. And when you get into the law of attraction, there's like thousands and thousands upon thousands of gurus out there. I have gotten a lot of important information from every single one of them almost. I know there's some out there that I've never been introduced to because I'm still finding new ones every day. One of my new favorites is Trinius Henderson on YouTube. He's just this black guy from the ghettos that, he just has a really, really upbeat personality, and I like him. Anyway, so one of the things that just kind of hit me the other day was, I've been getting up at 3 a.m. sometimes. Most days it's 4 a.m. Because my kids have to get up at 6 a.m. in order to get on the bus in time, which, it's summer for the next couple of days. School starts up on Monday, but, in order to get on the bus on time, they have to get up at 6 a.m. because they get on the bus at 7. And so I've been getting up at 3:30, 4 o'clock, never later than 4 o'clock. And, I'm doing a gratitude journal, and I'm doing scripting, and I'm doing, writing affirmations and saying affirmations and reading, personal growth books and tapping and, oh my gosh, there's just like, and the ho'oponopono, whatever. I'm not even going to attempt to try and pronounce that correctly. And, and they're all amazing resources to use. But I thought, okay, in order to become the person that I want to become, in order to manifest what I want to manifest, this is what I have to do. I have to do all these things. And, honestly, what occurred to me the other day was that, and visualizations and dream boards and vision boards and, you name it, I've done it. And anyways, I was just like, and part of my brain is like, I'm not doing this right. But I kept going because, at some point I'm going to figure it out, right? So I just kept going. And, the other day I realized that I was doing all of them exactly the way they were supposed to, but I was expecting them to, be the key, right? This is the key that's going to, help me manifest my dreams and my goals and stuff. And the other day I realized that they are not the key to manifesting anything. Their only purpose is to help you let go of anything that doesn't serve you and to help you hold on to the feeling of what you want. So, like, let's say you need to manifest a certain amount of money, okay, so for example, and this is when it really kind of, all fell into place for me, was my girls, all their friends were doing the junior high rodeo, and, it's $200 to register both of them, just to register both of them for the junior high rodeos. And then they have to have $100 almost right away in order to, because they're hosting their rodeo. Our team's junior high rodeo is coming up real fast, and so they needed to have their money in for that almost right away. And so with school starting and school registration and all that other stuff, it was just kind of like, you know, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. That's just, there's so much that, you know, and, so I've been stressing out. I've been doing all the techniques, the gratitude, you name it, I've been doing it, trying to clear out the blocks and trying to discover the blocks and yada, 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 you know. And then it was just like, you know what? What if I just focused on what I wanted? You know, what if I just focused on what I wanted? What if I just let go of all the times it didn't work? Let go of the panic, you know, what if it doesn't work? You know, what if I don't do it right? You know, what if I just let go of all that and just for a minute, just right now, lived in kind of like the time of what I wanted. And so, you know, I just kind of let it go. I breathe, you know, I was doing the breathing techniques, you know, because there was a lot of tension inside of me. There's, you know, I could feel it in my shoulders. I could feel it in my neck. I could feel it in my back. I could feel it in my chest. You know, when it feels like you're having a freaking heart attack, you know, and you feel like you have a freaking elephant on your chest and you can't breathe. And, you know, I was just like, you know what? It's like midnight. Okay, there's absolutely nothing I can do right now that's gonna, you know, fix anything. And it was the night before I needed to have the money in for their rodeo, you know, that they're hosting. And I just didn't, you know, think I was gonna be able to get it done. And I had reached out to a few people, you know, people for sponsors, and nobody had really responded. And, you know, it was just kind of like, you know what, there's absolutely not one thing that I could do to make it happen right this second. So what if I just right now let go of that tension inside of me, tried to get rid of it, let go of it, and just lived in that moment of what if it really does, you know, happen. What if I am able to like actually pull this off, right? And so I would just kind of like let my mind wander into like my girls dressed up in their Western shirt and their Western boots and pants and cowboy hat, the uniform that they have to wear at the junior high rodeos. They have to wear a cowboy hat, a full-length sleeve Western button-up shirt with a collar, and they have to have jeans on and with no distressing, and they have to have cowboy boots on. That's the uniform that they have to wear at the junior high rodeos. I was like, what if I just imagined my girls in that uniform? What if I just imagined them loading their horses into the horse trailer and us preparing to go to a rodeo? What if I just pictured that? And, you know, it's like, so what if it doesn't happen right now? You know, what if this year we don't get to do the junior high rodeo? It's not that big of a deal. They can do it next year, you know, but what if right now, at this moment right now, what if I just relaxed and just let myself live in that moment? You know, what if just right now I could live in that moment and not worry about how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen? You know, who the freak cares if it takes 2 years, you know, to get to that point? You know, just what if I could just let myself live in that moment? And it felt amazing. I will tell you, it felt amazing. And I knew it wasn't real, but it just was like, yes, this is what I want. This is what I want for them. They want to do this junior high rodeo. And they're scared. They've never done anything like this before. They've done, you know, local barrel races where, you know, it was just fun. But now they're going to have 300 kids watching them, plus their parents and family, you know, and it's a lot of pressure on them. But they do have some amazing friends that are going to be with them, and they're excited for that. And, you know, it's like, I just let myself live in that moment. And I'll tell you what, the next day, just miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle happened. And, you know, by, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I had all the money I needed. And I took it over to the director and gave it to her and finished signing everything up and got them all, you know, situated, handed in all the money. And it was just like, why was I so worried about it? You know, because I was sitting there doing all these techniques. I was doing everything right, but just, you know, I've been trying to, like, I've been studying the New Testament every day. I study one chapter, and I don't just read it. I like break it into pieces, right? And really understand what they're trying to say. And, you know, honestly, the New Testament, I can't say about the Old Testament or anything else because I haven't really studied it in this mindset before. But just in the New Testament, I was like, it's all there. You know, the ask, believe, receive, you know. And it was, you know, I think it was Matthew 21:21, where it's like, if you ask, you know, and believe, doubting, you know, with no doubts, you cannot have any doubt in your mind as to whether or not it's going to work. You know, you just ask and you just believe without any ounce of doubt in your mind, body, soul, heart, whatever. You will receive it. And I think in just that little moment that I allowed myself to just kind of live in that moment that I wanted, it just was just enough. And, you know, honestly, I was only able to, like, maintain that for maybe 5 minutes at max, right? And, you know, honestly, the picture was not perfectly clear. You know, I didn't have all the details down, you know, but it was just very relaxed. It was fun. And I felt at peace when I was done. And I think that's the biggest key for me, is just, if you can feel that peace inside of you, you have to just trust it. And it's there. It's always there. That peace, it's always there. You just have to find it, and you have to hold on to it, and you have to let it grow. You know, you just have to, like, fertilize the crap out of that feeling. So anyways, that was just kind of an experience that I had. And it was like, you know, these gratitude journals and affirmations and all these other techniques, they are tools in your toolbox. Okay. When you can feel your, you know, your thoughts, your feelings, your vibrations, your energy, whatever is just going, you know, they are tools that you can pull out and say, okay, you know, sing or dance or anything. There isn't going to be that one thing that you do that's going to work every single time. It's going to be like, okay, this didn't work. You know, maybe gratitude will help. You know, just whatever you can do that's going to raise your vibration, whether it's meditating or, you know, whatever, you just have to keep playing with stuff till you find that one thing that makes you feel better. But anyways, that's just something that's kind of been on my mind, is don't worry about the techniques. Don't worry if you're doing them right. Don't worry, you know, is it working, whatever. Just, if it makes you feel better, then do it. And I think that's the biggest key. So anyways, I'm here where I need to be. So see you guys. Bye. Love you.